Thunderies finally won a regional. Special crypto that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. The side deck regional breakdown from last Sunday is probably the best regional that I've seen for Rogue in quite some time. 2 Flundery stacks in top 8, but this time with a twist. We got one of those Flundery stacks winning the event, which was Anthony's. I will have his list up for you guys here in a second. But ladies and gentlemen, do you know what this means? This is the first time that I've seen a successful, there's been top 8s, but it's considered successful unless you win the event. That's actually what we're here to look at today. And of course, we had 2 Sword Soul, which we tend to see this. This is a surprise to anybody. Wow. Whew. You just miss out on the entire meta here. I also see here that we have 2 Tri-Brigade in top cut. That also doesn't surprise me. It's literally Sword Soul, Tri-Brigade, and then Dragon Link, like literally fighting for the top spots in the meta. Alright, now down here in the Rogue category, we had 1 Eldritch. Now, Eldritch has actually had a pretty big power trip this format. Like, this deck has been everywhere in the Rogue category, and it's all because of Inspector Border. Just being able to go first, set up the board, and do your job. The more Eldritch decks that you have, obviously the more likely they are to open up going first, which means that you'll get more of that successful flow of things going. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And then we had 1 60-card Orcust deck out of this event here, placing in 6th place, and we'll talk about that list here in a second as well. But Orcust has been kind of running around in the lower areas lately, like at the bottom of tier 2, and it's actually very interesting to see the amount of cool success that is being brought to the table because of some of these interactions and so forth in the format. Alright, let's go take a look at those deck profiles, shall we? Winning the regional was Anthony's first place Flunderies list, and the most interesting thing that sticks out to me here is this is one of the first decks that I have seen attempting to actually main deck Icarus attack. Now, I'm assuming that this has probably been thrown around in the community, but Anthony's the first one to get results on a regional level with this. So just tribute a Wing Beast monster, target 2 cards on the field and destroy them. Well, that seems pretty good, right? Well, normally this deck kind of suffers from what we're going to call fatigue in Yu-Gi-Oh! So you can kind of take advantage of, oh, look, my Rabina that was, shot down because of an Ash Blossom or an Effect Fail or an Imperm. Now I can take advantage of this and turn it into something. Now, you'll see here that we are also playing the Nadir package of 1 Ecclesia and the triple Nadir here. That way you'll be able to capitalize, get your engine running here, search for punishment. Now, the interesting thing is we're only playing the 1 punishment here, and we have so much recurability out of this. The other thing is this is actually a resource for your extra deck here, which means you can turn your Nadirs into pops to recur back Ecclesias here. So you can do things where, you can drop off something like a Frigette here to turn in for draw power, or Shurag can get you what we like to call the search abilities so that your deck can actually play the game here. The other interesting thing is Book pretty much has become a norm in this deck all across the board. You need that ability to answer your own cards. This is how we dodge the old hand traps out here. Basically, anytime one of your good guys here ends up getting interrupted, you just book a moon it, move along with your day. It also just works as a defensive resource as well, and offensive either way. So I think outside of that, this is probably one of the best streamlined builds that I've seen of Flunderies in a hot second, actually. I know a lot of players out here like this deck, but this should give you some innovation and ideas here as what you should do. Also, 1 Stritch and 1 Toucan Sam actually is kind of interesting, but it does cut off some of that, I would say, worse resources that your deck really could do. Second place here is actually Ethan Lynn's Eldritch list, and look at how good this is, by the way. We got double Inspector Border here. I see that we are also just playing the 5 draw cards here, so you can go tutor for any resource that you need, but you're on, look at this, 30 trap cards, ladies and gentlemen. Skill Drain being probably the single best blowout card that this deck can actually generate for. I see that we're actually playing Lost Winds in here as well. free negations that can come back. Always a good thing. Also, don't underestimate just how stupid good that Ghost match actually can be in the modern format, because this is one of your absurdly best power cards here. I'll see that we have our third border sighted down here, and of course we have the lava golems that we can bring in to make sure that whatever our opponent does, no, just lava golem, and then proceed to do full combo effectively, whatever full combo is for this deck. Next up was third place, Tri-Brigade. Now notice we have none of that bird shenanigans in this build. We are also playing double Crossout Designator. Actually the first build that I've seen taking advantage of Crossout Designator. See that we also have the Zodiac package in here as well, which means that you can get access to Zeus. We're also only playing one cat. Cat's kind of lost a little bit of favor. It's still a very good card, don't get me wrong. Alright, but in this format where, you know, like Ash, Imperm, Veilers run around every corner as an attempt to slow down the format, the cat, just like I said, it's not as good as it was. So just reducing cat down, and funny thing is, this is also like a crossout target for the mirror match. Yeah, don't ask. It happens sometimes. Also, one talent, just, hey, take advantage of it. If you see it, you don't see it. It is what it is. So outside of that, this feels very normal for Tri-Brigade at this point in time. Next up here was the Bird Up / extended package for Tri-Brigade. I also see here that we are main decking Harpy's Featherstorm. Isn't that... God, this card's so good, man. I would love to absolutely just main this and just devastate formats, but here we are. I also see down here that this particular build is hiding the Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, which means that if you see these, you can just fully interrupt your opponent. There's nothing particularly down here too crazy that sticks out to me, but the cool thing is this is just a mirror match card, I feel like, in this particular instance, where, you know, you can reveal a Zeus depending on the matchup and then send your opponent down a frenzy. Outside of that, we have the Trap Trick side as well. So effectively, post side decking, you have 6 Harpy's Featherstorms in your main deck to say no to your opponent, and that'll be the reason why you'll end up winning 95% of your games. I mean, it doesn't matter if your opponent has the DR in him or not. You got Featherstorm, your opponent's not playing the game. Sorry to say that. Next up here was the Orcust list. This is the 60 card pile by Daniel Plummer here. So your entire game plan here is going to be pretty standard to the old Orcust list. You turbo through your danger package, start generating those resources. Hello, Orcust package. You basically will step through your Orcust package and then start link climbing. Alright, you get access to some of the oldest, greatest hits that this deck could actually have. You know, Zero Boros is a heck of a card, man. I see we're actually playing the actual Link 4 Orcust monster as well. Holy crap. I feel like just the amount of cool things that this particular build can go through because of the extended toolbox here is actually pretty cool. It's been a long time since we've seen a super extended package like this finding success in the current metagame, but I don't think that this is anything too short of a miracle, seeing that this actually worked out, man. Congratulations, man. I'm glad to see that this worked. Next up was... ooh, Sword Swole. Okay, this was 7th place. Nicholas Smith's list here. See, pretty standard 10E variant here. I see that we also have Desires in the main deck. That's very standard. We see we chose to play the Droplets instead of the Chalices, which I understand. At the end of the day, I feel like Droplet is just a better card overall in some scenarios. Chalice is better in other scenarios. The problem with this deck is, like, you need as much gas as you can to go. I guess, like, burning off something like a 10E that has served its purpose, you know, just 10Eing, linking out into Monk, burning like the Monk, for example, here, so you've got the 10E down. It's just free extra steps for you to set up and be able to build those boards in particular. But I don't have anything too crazy to say about this. This also, once again, feels incredibly standard for the Sword Soul package with 10E. And then 7th or 8th place here was Tej, Amin's top 8 finish. See right there, you see we have those Chalices built in. We have those Effect Veilers built in here as well. We also main decking 1 Cosmic Cyclone. That's kind of saucy. Huh, I actually wonder how successful this ended up being. See, we also have the other Cosmic down here in the side deck, so we can bring it in to disrupt the opponent. We have Vessels, which the other list wasn't going down, I would say, as crazy as this actually is extended out. So that is your regional breakdown for the side deck. out of this weekend. What do you think about these cool and interesting lists? Please, comment about what you think special of the Crypto That's Grabbing. So guys don't miss out more awesome content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day with some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanco40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCO40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcogames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.